What is up, Pokemon trainers? Welcome back to the Cutlass board games channel. On this channel, we do a lot of thinking when it comes to game design and how games are built. And PokemonTCG has one that I've been getting into recently. And I've been thinking a lot about just exactly how much card advantage really is in this game with cards like Squawkabilly EX, which allows you to draw a whole fresh 6, Professor's Research, which allows you to draw a whole fresh 7, and as you see a lot of cards in your deck. In Roaring Moon, you can get very easily down to 30 cards left in your deck on the first turn, and if you could do that in Magic the Gathering, it would be insane. So I wanted to really push the limits and see if I could possibly draw my entire deck on the first turn, essentially trying to lose the game as fast as possible. But let's have a look at the deck that we've got going on here. We've got Mew EX, which can potentially draw us 3 cards if we have no cards in hand, which is kind of hard to get to. We'll see. Galarian Articuno, which lets us discard 2 cards to draw a card, which will be relevant because we need to keep a low hand size to get the most value out of most of our draw cards, and potentially activate something like Mew. Squawkabilly, of course, because we only need 1 turn, right? So you want to discard everything, you want to draw those 6 cards. Greninja, which is going to let us draw 2 cards with in exchange for an energy. And Pukimuku, which I put on the bottom of my deck and I draw a card. It's not specifically advantage, but it does potentially draw a card that is more useful than Pukimuku. And then I have 10 Psychic Energy. This, I think, might be the most confusing pick for people because energy is actually really easy to get out of your deck. We have a lot of stuff that can do that, and Psychic Energy at the moment is a very, very easy one comparatively, because we've got Earthen Vessel and Fog Crystal. Fog Crystal also gets the Articuno and the Mew. So the goal is to get all 6 Pokemon on the bench, hopefully not Pukimuku. If Pukimuku ends up as our active Pokemon, we're in a lot of trouble. And so we need the Heavy Ball to potentially complete the set, the VIP Pass, which not only gets 2 cards out of the deck, but like puts them into play. Ultra Ball does the same thing, but also you can Ultra Ball just to get cards out of your hand to potentially turn Mew on. Cram-O-Matic doing the same thing, pulling card out of the deck, pulling cards out of my hand. Poker Gear, the goal is to be able to play a Research no matter what, so you have to try and go second. Trekking Shoes and Gutsy Pickaxe basically help you dig as deep as possible. Trekking Shoes is going to be really tough to try and use because I'm going to have to go, okay, do I want to discard that top card to get close to the bottom, or is that card on top going to draw me enough cards to make up for it? Gutsy Pickaxe is basically just always drawing a single card. Pokestop gets 3 cards out of the deck. If they're items, they go into my hand and I get to use them. And because we have 43, which is 39 items, there's no equipment or tools, and only the Research. So it's a pretty good ratio, and especially if we get all of our Pokemon out. There's a pretty good ratio of activating, and then one of the best cards in the game, Forest Sealstone, because we do have the Articuno that can carry it. To potentially get a Research, I'm hoping the gear will allow me to get the Research, but I can then Sealstone for something more relevant. But this is what I have at the moment. I'm hoping I can draw all 60 cards on the first turn. So let's see if I can make it happen. Okay, hoping I get to go second. I get to choose? No, I don't get to choose. We concede. Yeah, we concede. We have to go second because we need that Research. Let's try this again. Yes. Okay, we do not want to go first. Almost anything that they do on the first turn is going to be relevant. I also only have 7 Pokemon, so the chances of me giving up mulligans is pretty high. But also there's like no chance that the mulligan, like them seeing my hand and going, oh, it has these cards in it, is ever going to be relevant. There's also a few Pokemon in the format that might be an auto-concede, like if they have Klefki in the active, it's an auto-concede. This is pretty good. Okay, opponent gets a draw card. We have 47 cards in deck. So we need to draw 47 cards. And not have my opponent do something that makes me lose the game before that. Oh, okay, interesting. So it's Radiant Serena, which allows them to heal, but I'm never going to do damage to them. And Snorlax. Which is pretty interesting. Yeah, okay. Looks like they're playing a Lugia deck. But I haven't found a Lugia. I think them doing nothing is just as good as possible. We lose the game. Unless if we can get... I actually might be able to Forest Stone for Pokestop. Yeah, I see a line. I see a line where we don't concede immediately. It's definitely a problem to overcome. So VIP pass, I need to get Articuno, and I Forest Sealstone. Forest Sealstone is not stopped by Path to the Peak. And then I'll go and get Pokestop, which is good to have in play anyway. Okay, there's the Lugia. Right. We got a basic Psychic Energy also. Okay, VIP pass. I need to get this and this. We'll play the Sealstone. We'll activate the Sealstone. Go and get Pokestop. Bump this. Okay. Fog Crystal is going to be getting us an Articuno, and there's one Articuno left in the deck to get. You see all these activated abilities ready to go. Now the sequencing here is what's going to be really awkward. I think I want to start with Greninja. Okay, we hit a Cram. That's Trekking Shoes. Put this into my hand. I will then discard these and get the Articuno. Let's Pokestop. I kind of want to try and Mew. Interesting. Because the Cram might actually just do nothing if I roll bad. I might actually be fine just discarding this to get energy out of the deck. Play the Trekking Shoes. Yes, I want this card in my hand. Let's Articuno discard 2 energy and then research. We hit Pokemuku as well. Huge. Gets us a VIP pass. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. For a Sealstone, we can just play. Vessel, we can just play. We've already activated Greninja, so the actual energy doesn't matter as much. Play the pickaxe, draws a pickaxe. It's pretty good. An Ultra Ball. I can Ultra Ball for Pokemuku. And then discard it to Articuno. Earthen Vessel. I think there's one in the deck. There's one in the deck. Cool. Now I get to use my final Articuno. Draw a card. It's a heavy ball. It'll miss because there's no Pokemon in prizes. I then get to Mew for the full 3. Okay. Nope. Second shot. Yep. Pulling a card out of my deck is relevant even if I can't play it. Gets the trekking shoes. Okay. No, I don't want the Ultra Ball. Okay. Now we Squawkabilly. And we got to get through 3 cards. So Cram-O-Matic, discarding this. Okay. Oh, I take trekking shoes. I think we actually get there, right? So we take the trekking shoes. We say no, we don't want to put this card in our hand. We draw the Cram-O-Matic, and we could still potentially Gutsy Pickaxe or Cram for more cards, but that's it. We drew our entire deck on the first turn. This is just how insane card advantage is in the Pokemon TCG. You can draw everything. You can draw every single card that you have access to in the game on the first turn. And that's kind of insane. That's really, really wild, actually.